Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Super Lorcana World, your one-stop shop for Lorcana. Today's video is sort of maybe kind of a rant, but I have a funny story. So I had a different video planned for today. It was actually a video talking about the Floodborn mechanic and how we're getting some really cool cards with the Floodborn archetype and how the game appears to be fleshing them out really well with nothing too crazy or anything insane happening. And yeah, Mrs. Mina exists, and that's a good card, that's a payoff. Or you go the Bucky, Root, and Emerald, make them discard cards. And like that's pretty cool. But there was nothing inherently insane, OP, crazy banana nuts about any of the Floodborn stuff. Until now. Literally until today. So I had to scrap the video I had planned for today, because to now, we gotta talk about this. Today we have to talk about the Blue Fairy. This innocent little uncommon. A 2-drop. Inkable, a 1/1 that quests for 1, with evasive, by the way, because it just needed to have evasive. Oh, why not? Its ethereal glow, though, is the part that scares me. Whenever you play a Floodborn character, you may draw a card. You know, mana ramp is one thing because it's not cards that you get to draw. Or Bucky with the discard outlet, play a Floodborn, you gotta play a card right and discard a card. Okay. It's not deck thinning, it's not adding cards to your hand to increase the number of plays you have. Now we have draw power. Now things are scary. Now things are looking a little bit insane for Floodborn. Because this card is stupid. This card's actually insane. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if I'm just blowing up for no reason or if you think I'm actually correct in this. After this video and after Digimon Locals, I'll be printing these out for proxies and testing it tonight. Straight up tonight. Like, this card was announced today, and I'm testing it tonight because I think this is bananas. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to test it with, just so you guys understand my thought process. I think the most broken pairing with this card is Mrs. Judson, or Mrs. Mina, as it was called previously. Whenever you play a Floodborn character, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. Well, now, thanks to these two cards, if you have both on the field at the same time, you can draw a card and ramp. Both. Hello? Not to mention that Sapphire gives you things like Aurora, who's a Floodborn, that gives everything ward, and Cogsworth, that gives everything resist. Now, the only super huge saving grace, I think, of this card being Amethyst is the only Floodborn Amethyst cards are Elsa, which is a really good one, by the way, and Dr. Facilier, which is okay, honestly, as well. You have to play this with another ink to fully break it open. But the fact that you can just herp-derp things like Aurora and Cogsworth on the board with Judson and this to draw cards and ramp you to do more ignorant shenanigans like Elsa and Dr. Facilier so that you never run out of steam, and then you have Gaston here to loot and help you do things. And even a little bit of Jasmine healing if you want to do that. That seems problematic. It really, really, really does seem problematic to me. Like, it scares me. And I think Dr. Facilier could have a really cool niche in this as well. Because, like, let's say you're questing with all your stuff, which is the whole end game, right? You're questing with all your things. Maybe not your Auroras, but everything else. If they die by battle, they go back to your hand, allowing you to re-trigger your Mrs. Judson and your Blue Fairy. I think this is potentially a disastrous combo. I think this could be a problem, but the only thing it seems to lose to, in my opinion, might be early aggro or deck out, like whole new world deck out, because you're terroring through your cards, right? You're drawing cards and you're making mana. I think that you could be running out of cards. You could get decked out. And you also could get out aggroed. Now, Amethyst and Sapphire together do have tools to help you deal with early aggro. They do exist. So I don't even think that's a big deal. But I just wanted to give you one idea that I'll be testing literally tonight and cooking it, because I think it's insane. I want to take a step back, though, and before we talk about Bucky, I want to talk about Stitch. Stitch, as you know, dominant threat in the set 1 metagame. This card is really good. Whenever you play a character with cost 2 or less, you exert to draw a card. It's also a Floodborn. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but it is. And we have a 1-drop Stitch that you can just play and then play this on top of and draw some cards with this. Not as much as this is a 2-drop with evasive, so if you play it with Stitch, you can suspend it to draw a card, and it's evasive, so it's probably safe. And don't forget, you can also still play things like Bodyguard Simba, so if your opponent does have evasive things, they gotta get rid of Simba first. That seems pretty silly. Seems like a match made in heaven for the Amethyst Amber Turbo decks. Only turns more into a little bit of Floodborn base, but not a big deal, I don't think. What do you got? You got Rapunzel, which we'll see play, especially because we just got revealed a new Rapunzel today as well, a 2-drop. So, like, no reason not to play Rapunzel, who will draw you cards, by the way. More cards. Mulan, maybe not in this iteration because it's not going to be song-focused, but you also have the Queen, who shifts for 2. And we also got the Queen as a 1-drop 2/2 Amber revealed yesterday, I believe. So, you know, this is looking very strong. It's looking incredibly powerful, this and Stitch. It is something else that I'm going to try if I have time tonight, but probably later on. And then there's obviously the last ink pairing I want to talk about, which is pairing it with Bucky. Bucky, for those of you that do not remember, is a 2-drop. It has Ward, and whenever you play a Floodborn character, each opponent chooses and discards a card. Okay, so first of all, your payoff engines, Bucky and Blue Fairy, are cheap. So they're going to be easier to play, which means your combos can resolve quicker. So now every time you're playing a Floodborn character, they're discarding a card and you're drawing a card. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That's that. You know what? Cool. How can we take advantage of this? Well, Flynn Rider exists now. That's a 4-drop who can quest for really big if the opponent has no cards in hand. Which they won't, because you're playing Bucky. It's very likely they will not have cards in hand, unless it's a mirror match, then they might have cards in hand. You also got Donald Duck, who I initially thought was going to kind of be unplayable, but now that I've read this card, my mind is changing a little bit, because it's a cheap shift in Emerald that can help you trigger your thing and your Bucky. And then you have Belle, and then you have Belle. And Belle's crazy, because if they challenge it, they just lose their hand. They'll never have cards in their hand again if they challenge this character. And they have to challenge it at some point, unless they draw removal, because it's quest for 3. It's a problem. Okay, so problems. Big problems. I'm a little bit frightened about what this card is going to do to the Floodborn cards. And this wouldn't be even as scary, except that it's an Amethyst. Amethyst has cards that draw cards. It has Pot of Greed, which lets you draw 2 cards from your deck. It has Maleficent. When you play it, you draw a card. It has a Queen that you tap to draw a card once per turn. Amethyst did not really need any more draw power, and yet here we are with more draw power, and we don't even know everything in the set yet. Maybe Amethyst gets more draw power, or another Floodborn. Like a Pinocchio Floodborn or something. That would be really insane. Kind of crazy. Yeah, it's too much, man. It's a little bit insane. I had to make this video. I had to make this video. This card scares me. And I want to know if I'm just overreacting or what. I'm going to test this. I'm going to let you know the results. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say, though. Do let me know in the comments, and I'll see you later.